Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. Here with Raider Baseball coming your way here this morning in the first round of the 2018 Wapahani Baseball Invitational. Today's first game will be featuring the 2-10 Cambridge City Lincoln Golden Eagles and your 10-3 Wapahani Raiders. Again, the Raiders, their last time out, took care of business against the Cowan Blackhawks, and really eager to get things going here today. We've had a real good game there against Cowan. You come back off of that now. Hopefully that game will translate hopefully into today's games for us, and we'll be able to get a couple of victories here. But Cambridge City can't really necessarily, more or less ease off the gas pedal with these guys. Usually they're a pretty decent team. Obviously, the record doesn't necessarily show that, but we'll see what happens here today. We'll go ahead and get right into things with our B. Joseph Davis Attorney at Law pregame report. Wapahani, coming into this game, we had the loss against Delta this week. Then the week of that, we had Frankton that we lost to at Frankton. But other than that, really, we've played some great baseball. Those were really the only two games that we just haven't hit the ball, and defense has been sloppy. Other than that, our baseball play has been very good. And hopefully that trend continues here today. We have a long day of baseball, 4 games today overall, and hopefully if Wapahani will win this one, we will play again in the championship game right around 5 o'clock. So like I said, it's a long day. It's about 9:30 right now, and so hopefully Wapahani can come out here and have a great day of baseball, hitting, pitching, defense, base running, the whole bit, every facet of the game. Hopefully we do a great job of here. We'll take a look here at today's starting lineups. First here for the Cambridge City Lincoln Golden Eagles. Leading off and playing center field, number 12, Coy Smith, batting second and pitching. Number 2, Bryce Pennington, batting third and playing first base. Number 20, Cameron Gwynn, batting fourth at catcher. 00, Hunter Wilhite, batting fifth and playing shortstop. Number 11, Mason Dick, batting sixth and playing second base. Number 17, Evan Roger, batting seventh, the left fielder. Number 9, Nolan Miller, batting eighth, the designated hitter. Number 10, Cameron Gum, and batting ninth, the third baseman, number 4, Seth Morris. Again, the Cambridge City Lincoln Golden Eagles are coached by Matt Brankel. Now we'll take a look here at the starting lineups. Here first now for your Wapahani Raiders. Leading things off and playing center field, number 15, Garrett Stanley. Batting second and playing shortstop, number 12, Chandler Wise. Batting third and catching for the Raiders, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb. Batting fourth and playing third base, number 22, Braxton Davis. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 23, Drew Young. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 8, Stephen Vickery. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 17, Brevin Rivers. He'll be hitting for the right fielder, number 10, Seth Adams. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 11, Isaiah Brozier. And batting ninth and pitching, number 21, Riley Porter. Again, the Raiders are coached by Brian Dudley, assisted by Jason Dudley, Willie Pease, Randy Murphy, Blake Turner, and Drew Brandt. Ladies and gentlemen, here at this time, we'll step aside for a break for today's national anthem. We'll be back with more Raider baseball right after the break. All righty, welcome back here, folks. Again, Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. You're on the WHS Network, ready for Raider baseball here today, and what we're hoping should be a great day for baseball. Weather's pretty decent out here. Could be better, I guess. It is cloudy, a little cool. It's been a little tad bit warmer anyway the past couple days here, but still not exactly quite the weather that we're always hoping for. You know, you get right there in the 70s or so and have sunshine skies. That's a lot better. But it's always a great day when you can play some baseball. So hopefully Wapahani can come out here, put on a great performance here in this morning's first round action game against Cambridge City, and move on to tonight's championship game. But a lot of work to be done here. We'll see what happens. The Jones Auto Body defensive alignment here today. Isaiah Brozier out in left field. Garrett Stanley in center. Seth Adams over in right. Around the horn, you have Braxton Davis at third. Chandler Wise at short. Stephen Vickery at second base. And Drew Young at first. And then your battery here, you have Riley Porter on the mound for the Raiders and Tyson Lipscomb behind home plate. So again, that's today's Jones Auto Body defensive alignment. So we'll begin things with the center fielder, number 12, Coy Smith, and today's first pitch will be in there, called a ball, 1-0.
He said he can hear you from the track.
Again, Porter is a real impressive pitcher here for the Raiders. You know, you come off your last start there. His previous starts was pretty decent, wasn't too bad. But his last start was an absolute gem of a ball game against Alexandria, in which he went out there and had 14 strikeouts, got the win over the Tigers. So we're hoping for really great things here today as he takes on Cambridge City. Hopefully the defense plays well behind him. We get the sticks out early offensively. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and Smith will be sent down looking right there. See you later for the out. Number 1.
Next at the bat's the pitcher.
So a great start here for Riley Porter. And now we'll see the pitcher, number 2, Bryce Pennington. So again, the outfield playing a little bit in here. Open stance here for Pennington, and the pitch from Porter will be in there, called a strike, 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike to Pennington. 1 out to begin today's ball game. Porter with a windup, and the 0-1 offering will be swung on and missed. Now 0-2. Again, the Raiders had a pretty busy week, relatively. They started out the week, we're supposed to play at Yorktown on Monday, and that game got canceled. Tuesday and Wednesday, we played back-to-back there with Delta and then Cowan. So, again, the Raiders has had some success here early on in the season. Come off the loss there to Delta on Tuesday night, bounced right back and took it to Cowan on Wednesday. And that's what you really like to see, probably the most out of anything, is how this team was able to bounce back from that, really showed their composure. And went out there and didn't even act like that the Delta game really fazed them too much. As that's going to be a ball outside now, 3-2, full count. But it is a young team still, if you will. But definitely some experience and veteran leadership, if you will, as well. As that pitch will be fouled off, so the count will remain here at 3-2. But this team, they've been together now for a couple years. And obviously they played a lot of travel ball. Some of these guys have played travel ball together through the years, so they know what's expected out of each one of them here. As Pennington flies all the way out to right field, Adams there, and will make the play for out number 2 of the inning. So now we'll see the first baseman, number 20, Cameron Gwynn, now standing in with 2 out and nobody on. So Porter trying to have a 1-2-3 inning here. Gets the signs here. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that will be a dribbler right back to the pitcher, right through Porter's legs. Wise collects, throws on the first, and that will end the inning. So the Raiders shut down the Golden Eagles here in the top of the first inning as they get no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We'll head to the bottom of the first here from Raider Field, tied at 0. Welcome back here on the WHS Network. Again, this is the University Avenue Dental game break here as we are set to begin the bottom half of the first inning. Again, the Raiders will lead things off here with Garrett Stanley as usual here this morning. As we are about to get things going here with the bottom half of the inning. Again, Wapahani was able to pound out 10 runs in the game against Cowan the other night. They pounded out 5 of them in the 6th inning alone. So we're hoping that offensive threat will remain here with the Raiders, especially throughout the day, as that will be in there for a ball high in the zone, now 1-0. Getting the man on the mound here is Pennington. So in there for a ball. Actually, that is not Pennington on the mound. They must have changed things up because that is number 11, Mason Dick, which he's supposed to be the shortstop. And a pop-up in the infield near foul ground, and nobody's going to get it. So a big-time miscue there by Cambridge City allows a leadoff base runner. So, hey, we'll take it.
Next up to the plate, shortstop number 12, Chandler Watts.
So an error there by the pitcher allows there to be a leadoff base runner here for the Raiders and Garrett Stanley. Now we have the shortstop, number 12, Chandler Wise, now at home plate, looking for hopefully a great day at the plate here, continued after a 4-for-4 day the other night there against Cowan. A balk allows Stanley now to move up to second base. So an error, a balk, and the Raiders have got it going here early on. That's a ball outside. So 1-0 the count here on Wise. Now 2 balls and no strikes here on the Raiders shortstop, Chandler Wise. And Stanley takes off for third. Now he's going to be caught in a rundown. And bobbled it right there. So Stanley is going to get away with one there. Oh, boy. That could have ended up very badly. I understand, Stanley's wanting to get closer and closer. I can completely get that, but hopefully he doesn't put himself in that much of a predicament there, hopefully the next time around. 2-0 the count here on Chandler Wise. And the pitch. And that's going to hit him. So some leadoff base runners here to begin things. With an error by the pitcher, then a balk, and now a hit by pitch in Chandler Wise. And the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, now at home plate. So Lipscomb stands in here with a great opportunity to potentially get a run home here, and that's going to be a line out to the first baseman. That's just unfortunate there. Well played there by the first baseman to make the play. Really can't do a whole lot about that.
Next up, third baseman.
So a double play, line out there to the first baseman.
It could have been just a little bit higher. You couldn't reach it. Just go over his head.
And a pop-up in the infield there by Davis. Second baseman will make the play, and that will be the third and final out of the inning. So the Raiders threatened here in the top half, and they get nothing here in the bottom half of the inning, I guess I should say. A 0-0 tie after one. We'll step aside for a break, and we'll be back with more Raider baseball right after the break. All right, welcome back here with the top of the second inning here on YouTube.com. The Raiders tied here at 0 after a set of unfortunate events.
A series of unfortunate.
So 0-1 to begin things. Here on the catcher, Hunter Wilhite. And a pitch from Porter. And that's going to be shot out in the right field. And Adams with the grab. A dandy of a play there from Seth Adams. Just sticking the old glove up there and going and getting it. And as he will make the play for out number 1 of the inning. Nicely done there by Seth.
Number 11, Mason Dick.
So now the pitcher, number 11, Mason Dick, will now stand in. So no balls and 1 strike here as Porter walks back in there to get his signs. And the windup and the pitch. On the outside part of the plate, painting the black there is Porter. As Dick is now 0-2 now.
Dick has no balls. 2 strikes.
And a pitch from Porter. Fouled off and out of play.
That still has no balls. Not yet. I mean, it just...
So the count remains here at 0-2 here on Mason Dick. Porter rocks back the windup and the pitch. And a little dribbler back to Porter. He'll toss on the first. And that will be out number 2 of the inning. Well played there by Porter. Great location on his pitches there. And now we'll have third baseman, number 17, Evan Roediger. Here's the pitch by Porter. Just a bit high and away, 1-0 to begin things. And Porter, again, has done a nice job here so far. Every single batter, he's led off with a first pitch strike, actually except for the first batter of the ball game. That was a ball to begin things, but he ended up striking him out looking. So we won't necessarily take that away from him. But first pitch strikes here so far, 5 out of 6 guys it's been up to the plate. Or actually now 6 out of nearly 7 here have been first pitch strikes, which is very important to get off to a good start on every batter. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. And they're called strike 2. Now 2-2 here on Roediger. Porter with a wind-up and the 2-2 pitch. Didn't miss by a whole lot there. Now ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the payoff pitch here from Porter will be fouled back and out of play. So the count remains at 3-2. Porter looking to have another clean inning of work here in the top of the second. The payoff pitch once more, and that's going to be ball 4 outside. So a 2-out walk to Roediger. And we will see the left fielder, number 9, Nolan Miller. I'm sure Riley Porter would like to have that one back, but hey, it is what it is now. Let's just get this last out of the inning here as Miller stands in with a man on and 2 out here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, 0-1. So now 6 of the 7 batters now for Riley Porter have been in there for a first pitch strike. And a pickoff move back to first as Roediger will be back in there safely. Again, a plethora of games here today. We'll have 4 of them docked in here for some baseball as Davis will make the play for the third and final out of the inning. We'll get back to more about all the games here today, all the times, and all that great stuff coming up. So again, the Raiders and the Golden Eagles tied here after 1.5 innings at 0. We'll be back with more right after the break. Welcome back here to the bottom half of the second inning, as we'll begin things here with Drew Young. Again, the Raiders' first baseman, to lead off this bottom half of the inning. Again, Wapahani had a great opportunity there in the bottom of the first. An unfortunate series of events didn't allow the Raiders to come up with anything there after the line out of Tyson Lipscomb down to first base, and then doubled off Chandler Wise, and then the pop-up by Braxton Davis to end the inning. A ball inside now, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Missed him by much. I thought I was going to hit him.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be skied up into center field. Just barely getting it out of the infield there for the first down of the inning. So 1 out to begin things here with a second baseman, number 8, Stephen Vickery.
Next up to the plate, second baseman number 8, Stephen Vickery.
Vickery looking to get this offensive going here in the second inning. So 0-1 to start things off here with Vickery. I know they do have on the scoreboard that the Raiders have a hit there. They was going to rule that Garrett Stanley pop up there in the infield at base hit. I ruled it in the air. I'm going to probably just keep it as that. No offense there to Garrett. Ball should have been caught there in the first inning. So we'll keep that as such. So right now, the Raiders still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Granted, it's only in the second inning here, as that's a ball going to be skipped in the dirt there, now 2-2. Following Vickery will be the designated hitter, Brevin Rivers, today. And swung on and missed strike 3. So 2 up and 2 down to begin the Raiders' half of the second.
Next up,
With the designated hitter, number 17, Brevin Rivers, now standing in at home plate. Just got to get on base here somehow. Just kind of break up the monotony here a little bit. Mason Dick just kind of mowing right through these hitters so far in the second inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a line shot into center field, and the center fielder will be there to make the play. Nice catch there, as that will end the inning. So a nice hit there by Rivers. Nothing to show for here. No runs, no hits, no errors in the bottom of the second inning. We'll head to the top of the third here from Raider Field, tied at 0. Welcome back to the top of the third inning here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. As we will begin things with the designated hitter Cameron Gum flying out to center field. So 1 pitch and 1 out. To begin the third with the shortstop number 4, Seth Morris. Now in the batter's box here for the Golden Eagles. Porter here with the windup and the pitch. in there, called a strike, 0-1. Nice pitch there by Porter. So following Morris, we'll be back to the top of the order with Coy Smith. Fouled off to the third base side. Now no balls and 2 strikes on Seth Morris. Porter with the wind-up and the pitch. See ya later. Pull the chainsaw. Sit down, says Riley Porter. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
Tapping into the plate, center fielder number 12, Coy Smith.
So now back to the top of the lineup here for Cambridge City. We will see the center fielder number 12, Coy Smith. Struck out looking in the top of the first inning to lead off the ball game. So 0-1 here on Smith. This game has went rather quickly here through the first 2 innings. Here's the pitch, a ball low and away. Now to even a count here at 1-1. And this game started at 9:30, and it's only 9:52, so we've already gotten through 2 innings, nearly 2.5 innings. Now in 22 minutes, here's the pitch, and they're called strike 2. So Smith in the hole. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind-up and the pitch. Just a bit outside. So deuces are now wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, and nobody on. Porter with the wind-up and the 2-2 offering. Ball 3 outside, and that will now run the count to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes here on Coy Smith. And the payoff pitch. See you later. So a pair of strikeouts here back-to-back to begin, or to end the inning, rather. Struck out looking there was Morris and Smith to end the inning as Cambridge City gets no runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. To the bottom of the third we go here, folks, from Raider Field. This will be our University Avenue Dental game break. Welcome back here with the bottom of the third inning, and Brozier sends it out to center field to begin things out. So a line out there to the center fielder for out number 1. And now the number 9 hitter in the order will be the pitcher, number 21, Riley Porter. Porter's been golden here on the mound so far, taking out the Golden Eagles through the first 3 innings. As that will be in there, a ball low in the dirt, 1-0. Following Porter, we'll be back to the top of the order with Garrett Stanley. Ball 2. So 2-0 now to Riley Porter. Swung on and missed. Now 2-1. Nice pitch there from Mason Dick on that one.
my sticks. We got sticks.
And fouled off behind home plate.
Come on, Riley.
So the count's even here. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to the Raiders pitcher. The windup and a 2-2 will be sent out to left field, down the left field line, and he will not get there in time. So a nice attempt there by the left fielder, nothing to show for, as the count will stay put it here at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out and nobody on here in the bottom of the third.
Definitely drifted that way because the wind's out of the north.
Yeah.
Ball 3 outside. Good job there by Porter laying off of that one. A close pitch, I will say that, but definitely was outside there. Here's the payoff pitch, and another one sent out to left field. That one's going to be in fair territory, and the left fielder drops the ball. So Porter will be at second base, and the defensive woes continue here for the Golden Eagles. That's now 2 errors in the ball game.
Next up to bat, the center fielder number 15, Garrett Stanley.
So we'll have a courtesy runner now out at second base. And that will be number 4, Riley Longfellow. So 1 Riley for another. And we'll have the top of the order here with number 15, Garrett Stanley, now standing in. He reached base on an error by the pitcher in the first inning. And a chopper through the 5 and 6 hole out to left field. Longfellow will stay put at third. And that's going to get by the catcher. So now Stanley will take second base. So a hit and then an error by the left fielder on the throw.
Next up to bat, the shortstop number 12, Chandler Wise.
Allowed Wise to move up to second, or not Wise. Wise is at the plate. Stanley to move up to second. Then you have Longfellow at third. And the Raiders again have their first hit of the ball game. So want to know the count here on Wise. Ball outside now, 2-0.
Yeah, blew his bases up. Kyson come in, grand slam. Or Steven come in.
And time called here by Wise. The pitcher taking a little too much time. Again, the count here, 2 balls, no strikes here to Chandler Wise with a man on second and third. Stanley at second, Longfellow at third. And the pitch will be a ball low in the dirt, now 3-0. And they're called a strike. Three balls, 1 strike to Chandler Wise. Tyson Lipscomb on deck. And the pitch. And swung on and missed. Now strike 2.
Very slow.
He's like, no. Freaking jack one out.
And the payoff pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. That's going to be off the third baseman's glove. Now the left fielder will miss it. Oh, my goodness gracious. So 2 errors on 1 play. Boy, oh boy.
Next up to bat, the catcher number 3, Tyson Lipscomb.
Fouled back out of play here to the Raiders catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, 0 for 1 on today, lined out to a double play to the first baseman. So no pickoff move there. 0-1 again here to Lipscomb. Getting the Raiders taking advantage of the opportunities given to them here. Cambridge City is something to be desired here defensively. And that one's going to be fouled off out of play now, 0-2. So there has been 3 errors here in the inning, 5 errors overall now for Cambridge City. Actually, no, there's been 4 errors in the inning. Tell you what, the errors are just mounting and mounting here. Ball low and away now, 2-2 the count. So again, here 5 errors overall. The Raiders do have 1 hit. Trying to make it 2 here. Here's the pitch, and another one dribbled. Foul there, so the count will stay put here at 2-2. Just got to keep battling here if you're Lipscomb. See if we can tack on another run. And another one fouled off to the right side out of play. So Lipscomb just keeps staying alive. Making the pitcher work here a little bit. It's already been a doozy of an inning here for the Golden Eagles. And a pitch, ball 3, well outside. So this will be the 8th pitch in the at-bat coming up here to Lipscomb. The payoff pitch, strike 3, gets him looking. And that will be out number 2 of the inning. So the third baseman, number 22, Braxton Davis, now at the plate. You got Wise out there at second base in scoring position. And that's going to be a rocket shot in the center field. And a nice play there by the center fielder to make the play for the third and final out of the inning. So the Raiders score 2 here in the inning, as they get 2 runs here on 1 hit. Also, there was 4 errors and 1 left on base. We'll head to the top of the 4th. Raiders lead at 2-0. Brandon Morbilius right here with you alongside Jordan Redbeard McCoy as we are set to begin the top of the fourth inning here. Wapahani with a pair of runs scored in the bottom half of third. Looking to keep it right where it is and hopefully add on to what we've gotten here so far. So Pennington will lead off here with a single, first hit of the game now for Cambridge City.
Next up, first baseman number 20, Cameron Gwynn.
So Pennington down at first with the first base, number 20, Cameron Gwynn out home plate. He grounded out to the shortstop in the first inning. And that'd be nice to have right here, another ground out here to get a double play. As that will be in there, called a strike on the outside part of the plate, 0-1. No balls and one strike here. Porter takes a look in there to his catcher, Lipscomb. And a pickoff move back to first as Pennington will be in there safely. So again, 0-1 here on Gwynn. Pennington at first, nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Swung on and missed, now 0-2. And the Raiders here with 2 hits, 2 runs, no errors. So far here in the ball game, pretty clean game so far as Gwynn will strike out swinging. A big out there by Riley Porter. And now the catcher, 00 Hunter Wilhite, will stand in here now 0 for 1 on the afternoon or morning, whatever. I guess it is still morning. It's only around 10 o'clock here. And that's going to get by the third baseman in the left field. So a 1-out hit. And Cambridge City has them at first and second with 1 out here in the inning.
Number 11, Mason Dick.
So Pennington now at second, Wilhite at first. And the pitcher, number 11, Mason Dick, now at home plate. And the pitch here by Porter, swung on and missed, 0-1. Chomping down at the ball right there. So Porter takes a look back in there, gets what he likes. And here's the 0-1 in there, called a strike 2. So Dick is in the hole here, no balls and 2 strikes. Again, a man on first and second base, 1 out here in the inning. Porter, well, with the windup and the pitch. A little dribbler there to the third base side, foul.
If I could say those things over the loudspeaker and not get in trouble. Did you play by play over the PA? Margo says that everyone thinks it's fun. I say they know what I'm.
So Porter steps back on the rubber here. Mason Dick at home plate. 0-2 the count. And a pickoff move back to second. As Pennington will get back in there safely. Nice save there by Vickery. First looked like it might have got over his head. And a pitch. And down to the third baseman. He'll decide to throw on the first, and everybody's going to be safe. So he was able to get the ground ball there, had a great opportunity to at least get the base runner at second. I think he might have bobbled it in his glove.
Next up, third base number 17, Evan Roker.
So now the third baseman, number 17, Evan Roediger now at the plate here. The bases are loaded. And they pop up down the first base line, and Young will make the play down at first.
We were going to see him anyway.
We couldn't have seen him down there anyway, so
Next up to bat.
now 2 out here in the inning after the foul out there of Roediger.
That's a big out.
Nice job there by Drew Young, making that play along the fence, knowing where the fence was and making sure that he was able to make the play. In there for a ball. 1-0 here on the Golden Eagles left fielder Nolan Miller. 0 for 1 on the day here for him so far. Popped it up to the third baseman in the second inning. Porter with the windup and the 1-0 offering. The ball low now, 2-0. So again, you got Pennington at third, Will Hyatt at second, and Dick at first. And 2-0 the count here on Miller.
That explains it.
And a pitch by Porter. And that's going to be a ball low now, 3-0. So Porter's got to come all the way back here in this at-bat.
You realize I have about 10 years on that kid on third base. Close to.
You could outrun him 10-1.
And the pitch.
In the
And they're called a strike.
This is a shot.
Got to keep it going here if you're Riley Porter.
Too much energy. Slow down.
Nowhere to put Miller here. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 out.
There is.
And the pitch. And a ground ball to second base side. Vickery on the first, and that will end the inning. Way to go, Riley Porter. Slam the door shut here on the Golden Eagles in the top of the 4th inning as they get no runs here on 3 hits, also no errors, and 3 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th here from Raider Field. Wapahani leads at 2-0. We'll be back here right after the University Avenue Dental game break. Welcome back here with the bottom of the 4th inning here from Raider Field. Again, Wapahani with a 2-0 lead here as we begin the bottom of the 4th. Drew Young to lead things off here, 1-0 the count as he sends that into left center field. The center fielder is there and completely misses the ball again. Oh my. Long day at the office here for the Golden Eagles.
Next up to the plate, second baseman number 8, Stephen Vickery.
So completely misplayed there, a leadoff double for Drew Young. And the second baseman, number 8, Stephen Vickery, in here 0 for 1. Struck out swinging in the second inning, and that will be in there for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch will be shot into center field. Another opportunity here for the center fielder. Oh, he'll catch that one. So now 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. after the fly out of Stephen Vickery. And now the designated hitter, number 17, Brevin Rivers. 0 for 1 on the morning here. We have lined out to the center fielder in the second inning. Be nice to have a hit right here. Push this lead a little bit further, as Mason Dick will begin Rivers off with a 1-0 count. It's going to be fouled off to the right side and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Rivers. And these guys, especially, well, really 1 through 9, they're in that Cowan game. I mean, everybody was getting on base. Everybody was getting a hit. Brozier had a real nice day. Rivers as well. You know, just the line kept moving there. I think at one time we had 7 straight hits in that game the other night. As that will get by the catcher there. A wild pitch advances Drew Young on the third base. But, you know, that's the kind of production, though, you need from everybody. You need to have confidence that everybody's going to be able to get the job done 1 through 9 every single game. Here's a 3-1 pitch sent out to deep left field, and that's going to be in there, caught by the left fielder. For a second, I thought that was going to drop, but the left fielder able to make the play. So a sacrifice fly. RBI there for Brevin Rivers as Drew Young scores on the play.
Left fielder number 11, Isaiah Brozier.
So now, with 2 out and nobody on, we'll see the left fielder number 11, Isaiah Brozier, in at home plate. And that's going to get by the first baseman down the right field line. Here goes Brozier. Thought about turning on the afterburners to head to second, but he'll stay put at first with a 2-out single. Nice piece of hitting there by Brozier. For his first hit of the day, lined out to center field his first time up, so great way to get things started here with 2 out. And we'll have the pitcher, number 21, Riley Porter, now at home plate. Porter 0 for 1. And a pickoff move back to first. Brozier's going to go down to second base, and he'll be in there safely. So the misfortune of baseball has just completely coming to a head here for Cambridge City. Ground ball to second baseman. Pennington throws on the first, and that will end the inning. So the Raiders threatened here in the bottom of the fourth. They was able to put a run up on the board, looking for one more, unable to get it done, but still the Raiders get 1 run here on 2 hits. Also 1 error and 1 left on. We'll head to the top of the 5th. Again, Wapahani leads it 3-0. Top of the fifth inning here on YouTube.com. Wapahani with a 3-0 lead as we begin the fifth frame here, and 0-1 to begin things here on the Golden Eagles designated hitter, number 10, Cameron Gum. 0 for 1 so far on the day. Flew out to the center fielder back in the third inning, as Porter looks to have another clean inning of work. Now 0-2. We really about the only time he ever got in trouble in this game was in the fourth, last inning. Had the bases loaded with only one out in the inning, and was able to escape trouble there, and luckily the offense was able to tack on another run. Lipscomb throws down the first, and that will be the first out of the inning via the strikeout of Cameron Gum. Now we'll see the shortstop, number 4, Seth Morris. Morris 0 for 1 on the day. Struck out looking in the third.
The Wapahani fight song is the same as like an IU song, right? I didn't even hear freaking.
And fouled off 0-1 to begin things here with Seth Morris. 5 strikeouts so far here on the day for Riley Porter. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A ball low now to even the count at 1-1. Porter's also only allowed 1 walk, 3 singles in the game.
As many times I've heard him fight some, I don't know the words to it.
Ball low there now. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here on Cambridge City shortstop. Porter gets the windup and the pitch. Ball low now, 3-1. So here in the last 2 innings, he's had a little bit more trouble with finding the strike zone here. Only with a couple batters has he really had that problem. Chandler Wise throws on the first, and that's that for the second out of the inning. 6-3 put out. And back to the top of the order with the center fielder, number 12, Coy Smith. So 2 out and nobody on here in the top of the fifth. Porter gets the signs here from Lipscomb. The windup and the pitch, as he will bunt that one foul, 0-1. I guess that's not really necessarily a horrible idea, just to change it up a little bit here. I mean, yeah, with 2 outs in the inning, more than likely you're not going to bunt. But I guess at this point in time, you just want to get something to work for you. Swung on, and looks like catcher's interference there hit the catcher, Tyson Lipscomb, with the bat, did Coy Smith. So he'll be down at first base. That's something you don't see too often.
Next up, the second base, number 2, Bryce Pennington.
Tyson didn't hit him. He hit Tyson. That's not our fault.
So catcher's interference allows Smith to be down at first. And Pennington fly over there to left field. Will anybody get there? Nobody will get there in time. Throw back to second. Oh, man. Nice job there by Brozier getting the ball back in there. So now first and second after the little bloop single there by Pennington.
Base number 20, Cameron Gwynn.
I couldn't tell you.
Here's the pitch from Porter. In there, called a strike, 0-1 here on first base number 20, Cameron Gwynn.
You know, it kind of makes sense. It was an error. But I don't know for sure.
And a pickoff move back to first. Now over to third.
Ooh. Tricky.
So 0-2 now on Cameron Gwynn.
Who?
Matt.
What'd you text him about?
Yeah, I asked him what college our fight song is the team.
Oh.
Found it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Ground ball here to the third baseman. Davis collects, throws to first, and that will end the inning. So the Raiders leave them stranded here in the top of the fifth inning. Was able to do a nice job, get out of that bind there that the Golden Eagles put them in here as they get no runs here on one hit, also one error, and 2 left on base. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Raiders lead it 3-0. All righty, folks. Brandon Warvilius alongside cameraman Jordan Edbeard McCoy back with the bottom of the fifth inning here from Raider Field. A 3-0 lead here for Wapahani as we are set to begin things over the top of the order with center fielder number 15, Garrett Stanley. So 0-1 to begin things with Stanley, and a little muscle liner on out there to to the shortstop rather. So Stanley nearly had his third hit of the ball game right there.
Next up to the place, the shortstop, number 12.
We've had already a couple of those like that. Lipscomb had one there in the first inning, lined out to the first baseman. Then Stanley with another sharp liner to the shortstop. So 1-0 to the shortstop, Chandler Wise. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Then reached base on a pair of errors in the third. Down the third base line, and nobody will make the play again. Oh, my. That is just not good baseball.
Stepping up to the plate is the catcher, number 3.
That's not to be disrespectful whatsoever, but we've had about 3 or 4 of those fall in today for us. So a single for Wise. Man on at first here with 1 out with the catcher, number 3, Tyson Lipscomb, now at the plate. 0 for 2 on the day. Lined out to a double play there to the first baseman in the first inning, and then struck out looking in the third. Another pickoff, move back to first. Wise in there safely.
There's a Beatles playlist, but none of them are on here because they'll be downloaded by
Do a little sabotage. Beastie Boys.
And down the first base line, that's going to get by the first baseman, Wise, motoring around second. And a missed play right there by the right fielder. Here comes Wise to the plate. Now Lipscomb to third, and now that's going to get by him, but I think that was the third baseman, or no, the left fielder over there. Nice job there getting behind third, as that will be a triple for Tyson Lipscomb.
Stepping up to the plate is the third baseman, number 22, Braxton.
Wise scored on the play. So 6 hits now on the day here for Wapahani. 2 of them back-to-back here with a single by Wise, the triple by Lipscomb.
Boys in the Hood.
There we go. Boys in the Hood.
1 ball, no strikes here to Davis, and that'll be in there, called strike now, 1-1.
I can't get no satisfaction. Rolling Stones. Painted black on the Rolling Stones.
One ball, 1 strike. The pitch outside now, 2-1.
Cash Money and Marvelous.
Braxton so far here today
Christmas music.
is 0 for 2. So 3 balls, 1 strike here. Tyson Lipscomb at third. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Raiders lead at 4-0. As Davis will foul that one back and out of play now, 3-2.
DJ Jazzy Jet. Fresh Prince. There we go. Dr. Dre.
And a little dribbler out in the right center field. A little bloop shot there, and that will score a run.
That's the guy with this pile of paper city guys out right now.
So now it's a 5-0 lead. With that RBI single from Braxton Davis. Doesn't necessarily always have to be the hardest hit baseball. As long as it gets the job done, that's all that matters. So Lipscomb scores. Davis at first now with a RBI single. 3 consecutive hits now put together by the Raiders. And that will be a fly ball in the center field. The center fielder there to make the play for out number 2 of the inning.
Next up to the plate, second baseman number 8, Stephen Vickery.
So now Vickery at the plate.
The BP.
0 for 2 here on the day so far. Struck out swinging in the second, then flew out to the center fielder in the 4th.
It's below the one that's what was
Davis going on the pitch, and he will be out at second base to end the inning. So the Raiders put 2 runs up on the board as they now lead at 5-0 after 5 innings of play. We'll step aside for a break. Again, this will be the Universal Avenue Dental game break. Back here with the top of the 6th. Wapahani with a 5-0 lead here as we begin things with the catcher, 00 Hunter Wilhite. So he's already in the hole here. No balls, 1 strike. Porter will get his signs rocks back, and the pitch. Ball low now, 1-1. Again, like I was mentioning earlier, the schedule for today, of course, obviously, this being the first game. The second game will be featuring Knightstown versus Park Tudor. That game will happen right around probably 11:30, 12 o'clock. It's 10:36 right now. So I would imagine it will probably be somewhere pretty close to 11:30, 12 o'clock because they'll have to get the field ready again once this game is over with. And then play that second game. Then the consolation game will be after that. That will start right around 2 to 2:30. As that is a ball low and away now, 2-2. But then the championship game will start around 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere around in that area. So again, the winner of this game here between Wapahani and Cambridge City will move on to the championship game, which will be the last game of the day. The loser of this game will then play the loser of the Knightstown Park Tudor game around 2 o'clock, 2:30, somewhere around in there. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Wilhite, and that will be a ball low. So full count here, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Porter with a windup and the payoff pitch. Just misses for ball 4. So a leadoff walk here to Wilhite. He's been on base 2 of 3 times today. And now the pitcher, number 11, Mason Dick at home plate. 1 for 2 on the afternoon here. Grounded out to the pitcher in the second inning. And then had a single in the 4th. Showed bunt right there, pulled the bat back, 1-0. So Porter, so far, so good through here, 5 innings. A leadoff walk here to Wilhite. And the pitch will be a little nub shot. Will Porter get over there? He will. Nice play there by Vickery and Porter. So you had Young there. He couldn't get to the ball. Covering first base.
Third base, number 17, Alan Roker.
So it does move the runner up, but Vickery backing him up, able to make the play, and Porter to get over there to first base. PFP at its finest level. Pitchers fielding practice. And we'll have a pinch runner here, number 15, Jacob Longo. So again, Longo out at second base. Third baseman Evan Roediger now at home plate with 1 out and 1 on. As that will be skied in a shallow right field. Adams will get there but will drop the ball. So now Cambridge City will have him at the corners.
Next up to bat, left fielder number 9, Nolan Miller.
So quite unfortunate there for Adams. He got there in plenty of time. Just unfortunately dropped the ball. Pickoff move back to first. So Longo at third, Roediger at first, Miller at home plate.
I was really hoping to spill a snowflake or two so I can play my Frozen soundtrack.
Porter with a pitch, and they're called a strike.
And we've been up here long enough. We've seen all kinds of weather. We've seen snow, we've seen rain.
So 1 ball and 1 strike here to Miller. Porter with a glance over there at first base. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Laugh songs. Remember all of them.
What's our playlist is a must.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, 1 out. And a pitch, and Miller strikes out swinging. So really helping out Porter there on that one. As down goes Miller for the second out of the inning.
Next up to the plate.
And the designated hitter, number 10, Cameron Gum, now at the plate here. 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to the center fielder in the third. Struck out swinging in the fifth. Another pickoff move back to first as Roediger is in there safely. Porter trying to leave them stranded where they are. He's done a pretty good job of that here the past 2 innings. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed, 0-1. So Cambridge City, you really can't complain too much if you're these guys. I mean, they've had some opportunities to put some runs up on the board, but Porter, at least to this point, has came up big and been able to shut them down. Now 0-2 as that one drops on in there for a strike. So Miller now in the, or pardon me, Gum now in here at the hole, 0-2. Strike 3 swinging. So a big-time couple of outs back-to-back there by the Raiders. As again, Riley Miller shuts down this Golden Eagles offense here in the top of the 6th inning. Wapahani still with a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom part of the 6th. We'll step aside and we'll be back with more Raider baseball out of the break. Bottom half the 6th here on the WHS Network. This has been our University Avenue Dental game break. Wanted to make a quick correction there. Before I went to break, I know Redbeard mentioned this to me right after I said it, but I meant to say Riley Porter was able to shut down the Golden Eagles, not Riley Miller. I was looking at Nolan Miller's name for Cambridge City at the time when I was saying it, so it was just one of those, I guess, easy, simple mistakes. So I apologize there to Porter. But 1-0 to begin things here with the Raiders second baseman, number 8, Stephen Vickery. And the pitch, ball low. So 3 balls and no strikes to open things up here for Vickery. Oh, boy. Got the benefit call there. Now 3-1. Looked a little bit high and away there. Swung on and missed. Now strike 2. There's a windup and a payoff pitch. Fouled off. Vickery will stay alive in the at-bat. And that's going to hit Vickery. So a leadoff base runner once again here for the Raiders. Would like to take some time here to thank one of our sponsors here this afternoon, University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS. Greg, along with the rest of his talented dentistry crew, look to solving your unrecognized dental needs with a viable patient experience, outstanding treatment, and at cutting-edge dentistry. University Avenue Dental is located at 800 West University Avenue in Muncie, Indiana. Their hours are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday. So greatly appreciate them for their sponsorship of us here on the WHS Network. A 1-0 count here on Brevin Rivers, 0 for 1 on the day. So that's going to be skied up into left field. He'll make the play for the first out of the inning. So now left fielder number 11, Isaiah Brozier, in here. 1 for 2. Lined out to the center fielder in the third inning. Had a single in the fourth. So 1 for 2 so far. Pretty nice day from the plate. That's a ball low and in, 1-0. Again, this is game 1 of 4 on the day here from Raider Field. Great place to play some baseball, I'll tell you that much. Really some great facilities out here. And, I might be a little biased, but tell you what, old Coach Brian Dudley through the years has really taken great care of this field, with the help of a lot of other people as well, don't get me wrong. But just a great facility that we're being able to be blessed with there. Brozier down the third base line, a misplay, and that will be another error on the throw by the third baseman.
Next up to the plate is the pitcher number 21, Riley Porter.
So 7 errors now for Cambridge City. And, if you're Wapahani, for the most part here, we've been able to capitalize off of these miscues. Fly ball into left center field. And the center fielder will make the play for out number 2 there as Riley Porter flies out. And to the top of the lineup, center fielder number 15, Garrett Stanley.
Center fielder number 15, Garrett Stanley.
Stanley so far 2 for 3. Had a single in the first, another single in the third, and scored a run. And in the fifth, he lined out to the shortstop. And a pitch, that'll be in there, called a strike, 0-1. So here, if you're Wapahani, you got guys on base here. Want to capitalize here, and it's always good to tack on more runs. You can never score too many runs, I guess, unless if you're just absolutely annihilating a team. If it's like 20-0 or something like that. I mean, yeah, obviously you still want to score, but at that point it really wouldn't even make a difference. A little shot into center field. That's going to get by the center fielder. We're going to be running for days here, folks. Brozier around third, heading home, and he'll be in there standing up. A 2 RBI double by Garrett Stanley. A fine piece of hitting there, young man. Well done. So the Raiders now with a 7-0 lead as Vickery scores from second. Brozier scores all the way from first.
12, Chandler Wise.
So once again here, the errors came back to haunt him. And I'm not quite sure what is going on here.
What are we doing?
So the guys are coming off the field.
Anyone else confused as to what just happened? No, I have no idea.
I honestly have no idea what happened here. I don't know why we're bringing our defense out there on the field. That was a 2 RBI double. Wise didn't even get the hit. Alrighty, so we're just going to go ahead and step aside here for a break. We'll be back here with the top of the 7th right after this. Alrighty, welcome back here as we are beginning the top of the 7th inning here. Fly out to the right fielder there. It's going to get by Longfellow.
Really?
And a leadoff double to begin things here by Seth Morris. So the only thing that I'm thinking here, there in the bottom half of the 6th inning, one of two things could have happened, which I'm fairly confident this is more than likely what happened. I think that Garrett Stanley ran into Jason Dudley, which is the assistant coach and pitching coach here for the Raiders. Technically, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to touch your base running coach. So they ruled him out because he did so. So it's either that or Brozier or, actually that would have had to have been Brozier. Brozier missed one of the bases. Now, I don't think that happened, to be truthfully honest with you, as Coy Smith is in the hole here 0-2 after the leadoff double there by Morris, but they called as either Stanley or Brozier out. More than likely, that would have been Stanley. That would have been called out as Smith gets called out on strikes for the first out of the inning.
Second base number 2, Bryce Pennington.
So again, that's my assumption anyway, because we were just trying to figure out what exactly had happened. Which I didn't necessarily see Garrett Stanley touch the first base coach Jason Dudley down at first base, but that was what was said, that he had touched him, and if that was the case, then he would be out because the base running coach cannot be of assistance to the runner. So 0-1. Now 1-1 to begin things here with Bryce Pennington, which that's something that you don't see very often. You don't see a base runner running into the coach or whatever. Like I said, that's just what I had heard that it might be. I didn't necessarily see it, so I can't 100% say that that's what happened. But nevertheless, the Raiders only scored 6 runs. They have 6 runs. They only scored 1 run there in the inning instead of 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here on Pennington. And a pitch will be up and away now, 3-1. So that'll be ball 4. Now the Golden Eagles have him at first and second, 1 out in the inning. And head coach Brian Dudley is going to take a stroll on out to the mound here to talk to his pitcher. I don't know if that's going to be the end of the day there for Porter or not. We would like to thank some more of our sponsors here. B. Joseph Davis, attorney at law, located at 400 East Jackson Street in Muncie, Indiana. At the law offices of B. Joseph Davis, which is a highly recommended and respected professional corporation. They strive to aggressively represent all their clients' interests in all phases of any legal matter. Their team of attorneys, consultants, investigators, and others have extensive experience in personal injury, including criminal defense, drunk driving, criminal record, also bankruptcy expungements, and also hardship licenses. For more information, visit his online website at www.bjosephdavis.com. Ground ball to the first base side, and Young will not make the play.
Stepping up to place the catcher, number 00, Hunter Wilhite.
Did he
So now the bases loaded here. 1 out in the inning. And the catcher 00, Hunter Wilhite, is at the plate after the error on the first baseman, Drew Young. So you got Morris at third, Pennington at second, and Cameron Gwynn at first base. So a close call right there. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wilhite. Of course, Porter's had to wiggle out of trouble before here with the bases loaded or 2 on in the inning. We'll see if, again, Porter can slam the door shut on the inning. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases are tanked with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Wapahani with a 6-0 lead. Porter will come to the set. And the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball right center field. That might clear the bases. That's going to go all the way to the fence. Here comes Gwynn around third. We're going to have a play at the plate, and he's going to be out. Yes, sir. Stanley to Wise to Lipscomb. Cuts down the base runner at home. But the Golden Eagles score 2 in the inning.
Now batting the pitcher number 11, Mason Dick.
So a 2 RBI double allows Morris and Pennington to score. So the pitcher number 11, Mason Dick, at the plate with 2 out and now 1 on, as that will be fouled off. No balls and a strike.
Is the sun trying to come out again? Come on.
Fly ball there into the catcher, or the second baseman's glove, rather, of Stephen Vickery to end the ball game. Final score here, 6-2. Raiders get the W as they now advance on to this afternoon's championship game. Again, that will be right around a 4:30 to 5 o'clock start time for that one. So we'll go ahead and step aside for a break. We'll be back here with our post-game report on the WHS Network. All righty, welcome back here, folks. Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy with the post-game report here, University Avenue Dental Game Break. Again, final score here, your Wapahani Raiders defeat the Cambridge City Lincoln Golden Eagles 6-2 here. Overall line score, the Eagles get 2 runs on 6 hits, 7 errors, and 8 left on base, while your Raiders score 6 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors, and 4 left on base. Wapahani now improves to 11-3 on the season here with this first-round victory over Cambridge City. Again, the Raiders will now advance on to tonight's Wapahani Invitational Championship game. It's going to start probably right around 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere around in there, I would imagine, depending upon how long these other games go. It could start earlier, could start later, you never know. But the weather should be good. It is cloudy here today, so I think we'll be all right to get all the ball games in. It's not supposed to rain, nothing like that. So hopefully all the games will be played accordingly. But a great start to the day here for Wapahani. Able to get a 6-2 victory here over Cambridge City. So again, the second game will be featuring the Park Tudor Panthers against the Knightstown Panthers. That will start right around 11:30, 11:45. It's 11:04 right now as we speak. So that'll start here within the next half hour to 40 minutes for the second game of the day. You can see, obviously, they're getting the field ready for the second game. So we'll try to get this game downloaded here and hopefully be able to get that on YouTube.com before the second, or our second game of the day, the fourth game of the day overall. So again, appreciate all of our sponsors: Jones Auto Body, Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Dealership, as well as University Avenue Dental, Greg Pyle, DDS, B. Joseph Davis, Attorney at Law, the Liberty Perry Alumni Association, and the Muncie Dragway, all proud sponsors of the WHS Network. So again, your final line score here: the Raiders win today's game here, 6 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. Cambridge City 2 runs, 6 hits, and 7 errors. Wapahani now 11-3 on the year. They'll be back at it later on this afternoon, evening time, with the 2018 Wapahani Invitational Championship game starting at around 4:30. So, folks, again, thanks for watching us. Brandon Morvillius alongside cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Thanking all of you for watching, and we'll see you next time right here on the WHS Network.